What is with the length obsession? We need to stop this societal woe of what the hair should look like. Cut it off. You need to cut it. You need to cut it. You do. You need to cut it. It's not.
Hi guys, happy new year. We're starting this new year with a really great video, so if you're interested, keep on watching and do not forget to follow me on Instagram and also subscribe for more content like this. I'm bringing you along to my hairstylist who will be answering some of your questions from Instagram. Oh my
But if you
god,
got taken away,
my curls are always so poppin'. And then this is the leave-in that she's using.
available on my website, curlyhairdesigns.com.
Hi guys. I'm probably gonna do an intro already, but this is my hairstylist. This is Paula. She's here in Ottawa. I previously asked some question on Instagram and you guys had some questions, so I have them here on a piece of paper.
Ooh.
So first up is, do you use the same products on every client?
A lot of my clients, I do use the same products.
The same products?
I use my main go-to product is Earth Tones Naturals.
Okay.
And she did formulate the line to work with kinkier types. But I think with product, I go to ingredients.
Okay.
Like, do these ingredients suit your hair type? And 9 out of 10 they do. Her line does suit it. I also use Diva Curl, but very mildly actually. I use Earth Tones a lot more.
Okay.
A lot more, yeah.
Okay. Best way to get your hair trimmed, wet or dry?
Well,
why? And how often should you get a trim?
So let's start with how often. I believe in anywhere from 3 to 4 months. If you're going into 5 and 6 months, then it's like you've taken away any of that healthy growth. So I am a believer in a 3 to 4 month. And I cut a lot of my curly clients wet. Okay. And it's my preference. I like being able to stretch the hair out. And depending on the curl pattern, that's what kind of helps me decide. I find when I'm cutting for dry, if I'm doing a dry cut, it's more so because I'm looking for a specific shape. While with wet cutting, it's usually when I want to retain more of the length. Okay. Yeah, that way I can really stretch it out and just take off like what's needed to come off, which for Lincha's is like this much. See how much? Wow. So it's very little. Yeah. But if I was going in with shape, then it's like, because the curls dry differently. Yeah. I'm gonna create shape in certain areas, but I'm gonna end up taking off length. Yeah. That may not need to come off. Okay. When you can just readjust the shape as the hair is drying.
Then another question. Should I keep using rice water?
Nah,
it works, but the smell is killing me.
It don't work. It don't work. Stop using rice water. I'm not even gonna get into that. Like there's all these things, like try this, it's basically starch. Rice is starch, right? So you're coating your hair in starch. Sorry, just to go back on that. Okay, it's the same thing as the egg, olive oil, and mayo treatment, because that's what I grew up on. The molecular weight and size of egg is too large. So when I talk about hair practices, it's because I'm talking about science. What is the science of this hair actually need? And that's why I use what I use and I do what I do. But the rice water thing and the olive oil and the egg and no. Okay, continue.
What's the biggest natural hair misconception?
And what is it? What do you mean it works? Like, what does it do? I'm super curious because I'm like, it works. So what is it anyway?
I think it grows the hair, I think.
But the hair's growing regardless. Okay. Growth is about retention. Like the hair's always gonna grow from here, but if you're not taking care of the ends with trims and all those type of things, then split ends are growing this way. This is why you trim off those split ends. Yeah. Okay?
What's the biggest natural hair misconception that you've heard so far?
Oils.
Oils
are the necessity to use oils. Not using tools, only cutting dry. Like there's all sorts of misconceptions. I feel like as a stylist, I found what works for me and I found what works for my clients. And so I think that the oils is probably still the biggest misconception. Oils within a product that are broken down scientifically to do what they need to do is one thing, but a natural oil on its own, once again, the molecular weight and size is too large for the hair. What's gonna allow for more retention is giving the hair more water and giving the hair more consistency. So that matters more to me than, using this oil before, after, or during the process. It actually just blocks moisture from, like proper moisture from entering the hair.
How beneficial are braids for natural hair?
You know what? I'm at the point where I'm like, not really. Not very, because if you are not actually addressing the hair's needs, which mean hydrating it, moisturizing it, so giving it water weekly, deep conditioning, you can't do those things in braids. So with braids, it's like I used to be the one that had the braids in for a month. I am washing those braids because they're gonna get messy, but what's happening to my scalp? Scalp is skin, and if the scalp cannot breathe, then the hair is not gonna do what it can do naturally, which is grow. Like the scalp should not go past, that 2-week kind of point, because then it's just anything you put on it is just building up, and it's not really getting into the root, which is where the hair grows. So that's another misconception. The hair is always growing. Once again, it's about how much of it is retaining, how much of it is actually healthy. Because you have people with long hair, then this much of it is like split and needs to go. So is it really worth it? What is with the length obsession? We need to stop this societal woe of what the hair should look like. Your curls are gorgeous, and you're like, I love your curls, but you have that curl that people envy, and they're like, oh, I want my curls to look like this, but you know what, they don't. They look like what they look like. Embrace and accept what your curls look like.
How to take care of heat damage curly hair?
Cut it off. You need to cut it. You need to cut it. You do. You need to cut it. It's not going to come back. It's not going to repair itself. You just need to cut it off. Yeah, unfortunately. So it's about how do you avoid the heat damage in the first place.
So how do you avoid the heat damage?
Well, couple things. For me, before I do any smoothing, I do a deep condition, because you're dehydrating the hair. So I think it's important to really give the hair a pulse of hydration. Watch the heat of your flat iron. It does not need to be on the highest heat that it comes out, which is usually anywhere from 425 to 450. It does not need that, especially if you stretch it out first. Make sure you protect it with a leave-in conditioner. And I like more cream-based protectants before the blow dry, and then I like to use a serum, like an oil-based with dimethicone and silicone, or silicone, because then it blocks that heat out. But start like low and small sections and nice and slow. Like I see a lot of this. Let's do this. Let's do 5 and 6. Think about the heat. 4, 8, 12, 16, 12. You're just heating up the hair. So that's how heat damage happens a lot, is just the over. And also flat ironing on the days when your hair is dirty. If the hair is dirty and you're flat ironing dirt into the hair, that's going to compromise it. I
even saw someone adding coconut oil and flat ironing after.
No, that's cooking. You're cooking your hair. You're literally cooking it.
What are the remedies for dry hair?
Water is the remedy for everything in life, okay? When the hair is dry, it means it's not getting enough water. So that means, like I was saying to you, you were talking about dandruff. It's like, give the scalp more water. So I think the remedy is more consistency, deep conditioning on a weekly basis. And when I say more consistency, I mean creating a regimen that has you address your hair on a weekly basis. And sometimes it needs to then also be addressed midweek. So you might need to wet your hair down midweek, add the conditioner, go through the process again, to make sure that the hair is getting the amounts of hydration that it needs. Some hair types, they can go 5 and 6 days. Some hair types, at the beginning, they can only go 3 days.
What's the best product I could use to have curly hair?
That's a loaded question. Yeah, that's very loaded, because it's not just about the product that you use, it's about how you apply that product.
And then, can I get a curly cut on myself, and how?
What do you mean?
I guess they want to cut their hair.
What do you mean
themselves.
curly cut on yourself? I don't know what that means. Next. It's like, no, because what are you going to do with the,
you have to show what you're going to do with the back of your hair.
How do you know what's going on? If you're not a stylist to begin with, you don't even understand the kind of process of that and what you're looking for, what you're taking, and then you try to do it yourself. It's like when I used to braid my hair myself when I was younger, when I had 2 days to do it. And then I started to get older. I'm like, ain't nobody got this time. Let me go and get it done. So it's like, what are you trying to invest in? Find a stylist in your area, # curly hair in whatever city you're in, and people will pop up. We
Oh yeah,
are
that's
everywhere.
good. Hashtag curly hair, like in whatever area that you're in. Like
We're
on
out
Instagram, just hashtag curly hair, I don't know, Montreal,
Yeah,
curly hair,
we're out
something,
here.
something.
Mhm.
And then you're probably gonna find a stylist. Yeah, that's a good tip.
Invest in yourself.
What's the craziest thing that you've heard from a client concerning their natural hair?
I think it's about wanting a texture that they don't have, or wanting a curl pattern that they
That
don't
you don't
have.
have?
And so the acceptance of like this is what you have and it's beautiful in its own respect.
Oils or creams in the context of daily application?
So you don't need to apply product daily. That's the first thing. You know, we don't need to manipulate the hair every single day. If you take enough time on wash day to go through the process in a way, then your curls should be holding themselves together for anywhere from 3 to 5 days. So I don't believe in having to apply product every day. And if it was, it definitely wouldn't be an oil and it wouldn't be a butter. It would be water or leave-in conditioner.
Okay. If you were not a hairstylist, what would you be doing?
Singing. But I'm doing that too. Also, probably social work.
Yeah.
Working with kids, which, you know, I
Oh,
get to
that's
do that in
nice.
this chair as well. No, I definitely be doing exactly what I'm doing, just I guess without the scissors.
Yeah, that was all for my questions.
Nice.
Thank you for answering them all.
Well, you're welcome. I hope that helps you guys
Yes.
understand some things. But I think once again, find yourself a stylist that is
Yes.
well versed. You know, because there's a ton of us out there. We exist. So just hook yourself up with a professional that can help you
Yeah.
through this process a little bit more.
Yeah, because there was a lot of cutting questions.
Yeah, it's like no.
And yeah, just don't do it at home.
Yeah.
Just leave that to the professionals. Hi guys, I was editing the video when I realized that I didn't film an outro. I hope you enjoyed the video. Paula dropped some gems. I love her. I love having my hair done by her. I've never been not satisfied, so my hair is currently living its best life. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do not forget to subscribe down below so you can be up to date to the next videos I'll be posting, and also follow me on Instagram at Exotik Roots. Until next time.